Okay, guys, so today is a hip mobility focused session. We'll also have the foundation exercises that really ensure that we can stay injury-free and consistent in our training. But what you'll need today is a mat and a chair. And as always, we're not looking to go and smash mobility. We're looking at progressive, gentle exercises. And if you're new to mobility, these are all about the marginal gains that can take you from just outside your PB to beyond and faster than your personal best running times. So in terms of today, we are going to jump up, stand up onto the mat. We're going to introduce new exercises. So once again, if you feel any aches or pains, stop straight away. We're going to start off with our foundation ones. With your toes both facing forwards, you're going to come side to side, straightening one leg and bending the other and alternating. It's not about speed on this one. It's just about getting that stretch on the inside of the leg and waking those up. Lovely. We're going to progress this one very short. Out to the side like that. I'm going to show you from two angles. So you've got your bum out slightly and we're just coming side to side. Now your toes this time are going to be facing slightly out to the sides. They're not going to be facing forwards. They're going to be angled slightly out to the sides and we're just going to come across. Good. Lovely. The next exercise, keep moving across side to side to wake up those hips and get some movements. The next exercise is going to involve your chair or wall. So if you want to just grab one of those now, spin it round so you've got a base. And we're going to bring our legs across our body, like so. Gently swing that across. Once again, it's not about pace here as I come from a different angle. So you're coming across your body. This is about just ensuring that you're waking up the legs, you're brushing the heel just in front of the toes that are standing, and you're coming a little bit higher through the movement. Good. Double check that your microphones are off as well. Lovely job, team. Change sides. Brilliant. So today's exercise working through the hip is going to work on the abductors, the adductors. These exercises are really important for changing direction. But also, so if you're dodging in and out of competitors because you're running so fast, or even in the future park run, etc. But also, as we kick the leg forwards now, waking up the hamstrings nice and controlled, nice and slow. Also important for stabilizing the joints. Stabilizing your joints through impact, such as running. Change legs. Lovely. Welcome to those joining, or welcome to those watching on the replay. Waking up those hamstrings behind the legs. Go back to the original leg. This time add a heel flick. So you kick and add a heel flick like so. Fantastic. So waking up the hips this morning, getting some movement into our foundation exercise. Back to the last time on this leg. Kicking with a heel flick in between, so the heel comes back and stretches out nice and tall through the core. And buzzing off recent results, as always with Personify Fitness, but the PB list just expands, which is great to see. Okay, relax there for me, fantastic. Lovely, we're gonna come down into a lower squat position next. So a lower squat position, your feet are out at 45 degrees. Okay, hands are out in front and let's reach side to side. So here we go. From here, you come side to side, and this time your knees are slightly bent. Feels too much through the knees, just place your hands down and get more of a stretch into the hamstrings as well for support. Lovely. Fantastic work, guys. Okay, shake those out. Brilliant stuff. Make yourself a bit of room and have a sit down over onto your mat next. Okay, lovely job. So from here, we're going to place one leg in front and we're going to bring the leg across. I recommend a straight legged one for this one today as it's early in the exercise. And simply just pull the knee across gently, waking up the glutes and that hip. The leg in front should be directly in front of you. rather than out to the side. Okay, fantastic. Lovely. Shouldn't feel too much of a stretch here. If you bring your foot a bit further back, it just wakes up a little. Lovely, and other side. Perfect. Good work, guys. Let's wake up the glutes. One of the key areas that if this area is tight, your hip flexors overwork. If your hip flexors are overworking as a small muscle, especially if you such an intense impact exercise like running, then you're going to feel some tightness there. We're going to bend the knee in front to 90 degrees at the knee. We're going to place that just in front of us, and we're going to do the same type of exercise, but this time a little bit more intense. That foot needs to be directly in front of your hips, and we're just going to pull that across lightly, a dynamic movement, dynamic through movement, rather than static, which is a still base one. So you're pushing this one just across lightly to get some movement in and around those hips. Once again, it shouldn't be painful. You feel like a light ache, sort of like a bruising intensity. No more. Good. Okay, we're going back to the other side now. This time, bending that knee at 90 degrees. A little look, looking good, guys. And just lightly coming across here and just waking up the glutes. We're going to do this one more time on each side with a static stretch at the end. Lovely. Fantastic. Back to the original one. So change over. Try not to leave yourself in a knot. And pull that through. Good work, guys. Lovely. Okay, we're going to hold that position, this time pushing towards the opposite shoulder and looking the other way. Feel a stretch through the hip and the glute. If you can't feel that, make sure your bum is on the floor and that your hips aren't twisting too much with the direction you're pulling the knee in. Push your bum muscles down, almost away from the way that you're pulling the knee. 3, 2, 1, change sides. Start lightly dynamically. And then when you're ready, hold that position, looking to get your bum to sit down and pulling the knee in the opposite direction to the way the bum is sitting. Good work, team. Looking good and strong. 5 seconds. Perfect. Okay. Shake out those legs. Just come out onto your front. This point here, you can grab a mat for this, especially if you've got a niggly knee or anything like that you've had in the most recent past, just to protect those from the impact of the floor. Like I'm going for here. Okay, I'm placing the pillow just, or the cushion just underneath the knee. The other leg's going to come forward. So you're going to have one leg straight forwards in a lunge position with the other leg down on the floor. Okay, you should feel a light stretch just at the top of your quads here. And we're going to place our hand on the inside of the knee and just move that one out to the side. So here you go, just like so. Looking to keep your foot mainly grounded. It will rock onto the outside gradually. If you need to, you can put a hand down here for support and balance. In and out, and just start to bring that into the core line as I show you towards these. Here we go. So you're just looking to add a bit of movement into that knee. And as you're doing that one, you should feel a light stretch on the hips. You bring it in, hold that position, pulling it into the inside of the body. So it's right through the middle of the body. You can see there. So here we go. And out to the side. Lovely job. Okay, slowly come back. Keeping that leg in front straight. You're going to lift your heels or your toes up, lean forwards. And we're going to change over. So here we go. So you're going to the other leg this time. Knee comes there. You're going to place that knee forward so it's over your ankle line. Feel a stretch from that back leg. And once again, in and out, just manipulating the knee. Place the hand down to get more of a stretch through the hip. Getting lower. Okay, and push out towards, away from the body. Pushing your hips down into the ground. With new exercises for mobility, if you do feel any cramping, any irregular movements as well, just lean back on this one. Just always take the impact away from it, or the stress away from it, the stretch. Loosen off or shake out. And if there's any pain there, just stop that exercise. Okay, we're going to bring that into the middle side of the body. So you're going to pull that close towards the body. Once again, leaning forwards, pushing the hips down. You can stretch ideally around the outside of the bum muscles in towards the insertion points of your IT band bits as well. Okay, lean back, place your toes up, feel that stretch across the back of your leg here through your hamstrings. Lovely. The next exercise is the frog. An interesting one to go for, one we haven't added in more recently. So with this one, you can also have the mat. I prefer to do it without. And what we're looking to do here is just go onto all fours. Okay, and slowly move your knees out of the body, line of body. So you're going to move like so, pushing your knees out and just coming into all fours, hands in front of your body, gradually pushing your feet back so that they come into what we class as a frog position. Okay, the knees are pushed out away from the body. Slowly push your hips down lower and bring your head and your arms into a plank position. So with this one, as I show you here, your feet are closer together, your knees are out, and your hips are down. Okay. Stay in that position. And lightly just rock side to side. Very gently, not fast. 1 second each side. Bring your body slightly further forwards. So the pressure's not on the knees, but just moving towards the hips. Good. There shouldn't be any pressure through the shoulders. If there is, just relax your arms down. And what you're looking to do, a little bit like a foam roller, is as you move your hips from left to right, is just feel a bit more of a stretch just at the front of the leg. Into the groin. Once again, a new stretch as I look over some of the techniques doing well. And relax, come up for me. Brilliant work. We're going to just get some movement into the legs now. So I want you just to lie down onto your back. Hands are going to come underneath your bum. I just want to kick out the legs, bringing the knees close towards your body into a bicycle kick. Lovely job. Relax the head down. If you need to drop your heels down in between, that's fine. But just look just to kick out the legs and just gradually get that bicycle kick movement into them as well. Lovely. Bring one leg up nice and straight and pull this across your body. So straight and across the body, so it's just past the line of the opposite leg. Bend the knee now and pull it right across. So at this point here, the foot is relaxed onto the knee, and you can pull that across, feeling a little light stretch here. If your stretching's been on point so far, it shouldn't be too much of a stretch. As we stretch the other leg up nice and high and across the body, bending the knee, and feeling a light stretch on the hip and glutes. From this position, we're going to relax the knee so that we have a pretzel stretch here, as you can see directly here. We're going to place one hand underneath and one hand around the side. Just going to pull this close towards your body, getting that stretch in around the glutes, pretzel triangle, holding that leg and pulling towards the body. To increase the stretch, you can secure the outstretched leg that's further away from your body against the wall, or you can place another hand on this knee and push back to feel a stretch there. Lovely. Change sides. So you're going to place both feet down. The other leg this time is going to come across and goes through and pulls that close towards your body. Pushing that knee away. Well done, team. Okay, really good stuff. Really slowly rock up onto your front, onto all fours here, and we go into an adapted pigeon stretch. So with this one, we're going to bring one leg across your body like so. You place the knee down, nice and straight, and you're going to slowly move that leg back. Okay, so it's off the back behind you, ideally directly behind. Now, normally in the pigeon, we'd go down low and feel that stretch. Today, what we're going to do is we're going to slowly move forwards and back. So with this one, you're going to come nice and tall. You're going to make sure that foot stays in position. You can even hold it at the ankle or on the foot. And you're going to slowly move forwards, crawling your hands as far forwards as possible and coming back. Okay. So the key thing here is that angle of the knee, making sure you've got just under a right angle as you walk forwards, and that foot doesn't come back. It's very tempted to move back. You lose the stretch. Try not to lean over to one side, staying nice and tall, and then crawling forwards. Well done, guys. Lovely. Coming back up to the top of the movement. Last two. It should be a gradual release on this one as you come through the movement, taking your time. Coming up to the final one now. Here we go. Just hold it at the top of the joint. As you're right down at the bottom of the movement. Well done. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lovely job. Coming back up. Slowly move that foot back round so you're now back on all fours. Okay, we're going to move forwards with the other leg. Well done, guys. Enter that pretzel stretch. So once again, that foot is now facing away from the body. Like so. Ideally parallel underneath your body, and the sole of the foot is directly out to the side. Do notice this side is tighter than the other. You come into that pretzel stretch, nice and tall through the arms, walking the hands forwards, and coming back up. Gradually getting further and further in front of the body with each rep. 4 to 5 seconds out, hold, and then 4 to 5 seconds back. Just take your hands nice and slowly, going through that movement. Nice and tall. And last 2 reps to go. Well done, team. Well done. In your own time, get as low as you feel comfortable with, based on knee support, based on hip support. Last one. Nice and low, and just hold that one there. Head comes down to the floor as much as you feel comfortable with. And slowly relax there. Nice. Okay, place your hips back towards your bum. Bring your chin down to your chest and just stretch your shoulders forwards. Pushing your hips into the floor, looking up towards the ceiling. And lengthening out that core, stretching that out there. Amazing work. Come back. Slowly stand up. Brilliant. Feet nice and wide apart, side to side. The legs are starting to loosen off. You're doing great. You're going to need to grab just a chair for the next one, as for a wall. As we bring the legs across the body, you feel a little looser, a bit more dynamic. Just like we started today's session, we finished just like a good film. And change sides. That is the hips. Personify today. They're the main